I'm Darshni Appasamy from HE20. Me and my group mates going to present the solutions for business statistic group assignment. For this question 1, there are 5 steps to do to solve this question. Step 1. State the hypothesis. H null mean equals to 10 ringgit 50 cent. H alpha mean not equals to 10 ringgit 50 cent. Step 2. State the decision rule. This is a two-tailed test because there is an equal sign in this hypothesis. We reject the null hypothesis if the corresponding p-value less than significant level. I have listed the data from this question. To calculate the value in this table using a Excel formula. I've also listed the formula in this table here. Step 3. Find the test value. I've already found the test statistic t, which is negative 0.262. Step 4. Make decision. The p-value of this two-tail 0.802 is greater than the level of significance 0.05. Hence, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Step 5. Conclusion. We conclude that the average price of the sanitizer in District A is 10 ringgit 50 cent. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eva Shalini and my matrix number is BG191100997. So today I would like to solve problem 2, which I use Excel to solve the problem. So where I go is data, and I go to data analysis, and then I choose t-test, which is 2 sample assuming unequal variance. When I click OK, after I enter all the outputs, so I will get this table. So from here I can do my test. So which is the first step to conclude my conclusion is the HO, which is UA equals to UB versus the H1 is UA less than UB. And the second step is state the decision rule. So I've used t-test value, which is 2 sample assuming unequal variance to solve the problem. And the third step is find the p-value approach. So the p-value from this table is I choose one tail, which is 0.3538. So when I round off it to 4 digits, which is really like 0.3539, and the level of significance or the alpha is 0.1. So from here I can conclude that if the p-value is larger than the alpha, which is the level of significance 0.1, so we fail to reject the HO, which means we will not reject the null hypothesis. And the decision making, the fourth step, which is we will fail to reject the HO. So from here we can conclude that, or the doctor can conclude that there's sufficient evidence to conclude the average price of brand A less than the average price of brand B. So which means the means are the same. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Basically today we are going to present question 3, which is the test hypotheses are this both, and then this is a two-tailed test. Remember, this is a two-tailed test. We will reject the null hypothesis if the corresponding p-value less than A. So now we have two columns here, which is before and after. So we will find mean. So to find the mean, we will use average formula, as you can see here. And then same goes to the second one. You will use this. So you will get the amount, and then we're going to find the p-value, the main thing for this question 3. So you can click here. I already did that. So we will type equal t-test. We will have array 1 from column 1, and we will have array 2 from column 2. So it is a two-tailed test, so we have to type 2, and then it is not variance of products, it is just a sanitizer, which is only sanitizer, so it means 1. The type is 1. So, and then now the answer is 0.205877. So the conclusion is the p-value equals to 0.205877 or 0.2059. Thus, the p-value is greater than 0.05, the level of significance. Hence, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, we can conclude that the price of sanitizers has not changed. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Durgashalini Manikan. So let's take a look on question number 4. So the solution. First of all, we have to state the hypothesis, which is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. For this analysis, the significant level is 0.10. So this table is analyze sample data. And this is the another table, which is show the between group and within group. So now let's take a look. On F statistic is given. The formula for is MSB divided by MSE. So equals to 0.0288 and F critical is equals to 3.006. So then we get the p-value. The p-value is equals to 0.97.17. The interpret result is since the p-value 0.17 is greater than the significant level 0.10. So we fail to the null hypothesis. In conclusion, do not reject H0. There is no sufficient evidence for significant differences in mean price of 3 brands of sanitizer. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Roshika A7. My matrix number is BG19110387. So today I will be solving problem 5, A and B. So let's move on to the question. A manager of a product sales group believes that the number of sales made by an employee Y depends on how many years that employee has been with the company X1 and how he or she scored on a business aptitude test X2. A random sample of 8 employees provide the following. So this is the table of the sample. So move on to the first question. Run a regression analysis based on the data in table 4 using Microsoft Office Excel. Based on the output, propose the regression equation that can be used to predict parallel GPA. So for the first one, consists of two steps, which is the first step will be create a data analysis and the second step will be create a regression equation based on output. So for the first step, go to data and then click data analysis and then go to regression, click that and then press OK. For input Y range, click from cell C7 to C15 and then for input X range, click from D7 until E15. So and then click tables and then click output range. For example, here I want my output the information to be here, so I click this cell. For example, you want the output to be in a new worksheet, you can proceed, click here. So click OK. So here we go. I have my new table here. So this will be the first step. For the second step, create a regression equation based on output y equals to beta plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2. So as we have two variables, there will be only two numbers, which is parallel GPA equals to 21.293 plus 3.103 x1 plus 4.698 x2. This is the coefficient from here. You can see from here. Yeah, that's all for question A. For B, interpret the coefficient value of of each independent variable in the constructed model. So for solution B, beta indicates that a unit increase in x will increase or decrease the value of y by beta until given that the other independent variables remain constant. Beta 1 equals to 3.103 indicates that the longer the employee works with the company will increase the parallel GPA by 3.103 as other variables remain constant. Beta 2 equals to 4.698 indicates that an increase in the business aptitude test score will be increase the parallel GPA by 4.698 given that the other variables remain constant. So this will be the solution for part B. So that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Loga Priya. My metric number is BG19110085. Today I'm going to solve for the problem 5. Problem 5, question C, which is each independent variable sharing a significant linear relationship with the dependent variable? Verify at 0.05 level of significance. Make a conclusion based on the p-value in the Excel output. So I'm going to show you the steps for solution C. Okay, so since there's two dependent variables, which is x1 and x2, so I'm going to show the steps to make a conclusion for x1. So we have 5 steps to make a conclusion. So the first step is to state the hypothesis. So I'm going to show this for the x1. Okay, we have two hypotheses, which is h null beta 1 equals to 0. There is no significant linear relationship. h1 beta 1 not equal to 0. There is a significant linear relationship. So the step 2 is state the decision rule. So the decision rule is reject h null if the p-value less than alpha equals to 0.05. Okay, the step 3 is we're going to find the p-value. So this is the p-value which we obtained from the data analysis regression, and this is the x1. So the p-value for x1 is equals to 0.179. I have rounded off to this to 3 decimal places. Step 4, we're going to make a decision. Since the p-value, which is 0.179, is larger than alpha equals to 0.05, then we do not reject h null. Step 5 is going to make a conclusion. So the conclusion here is there is no significant linear relationship between the number of sales made by an employee and how many years that employee has been with the company. Okay, next we're going to use the same steps by referring to x2, which is the other dependent variable. So the same step is we're going to make a hypothesis, which is the step 1. h null, which is beta 2, equals to 0. There is no significant linear relationship. h1 beta 2 not equal to 0. There is a significant linear relationship. Step 2 is state the decision rule. The decision rule here is reject h null if the p-value is lesser than alpha equals to 0.05. Step 3 is we're going to find the p-value from the table given, p-value, and this is the x2, which is 0.079. So p-value x2 equals to 0.079. So now we're going to make a decision. Since the p-value, which is 0.079, is larger than alpha equals to 0.05, then we do not reject h null. Step 5, we're going to make a conclusion. There is no significant linear relationship between the number of sales made by an employee and how he or she, employee, scored on a business aptitude test. This is from me. Thank you.